Good morning. Welcome to the show. First time you don't see me in my pajamas. Here, I'm gonna do something with my hair while I'm on here with you guys. I want to start out today with, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Most of my videos are like a freestyle, so there's no script, but that's kind of what I came here to talk to you guys about. I just discovered through my YouTube video watching yesterday, I try to do little posts, that, whatchamacallit, this thing called the hyper game theory or whatever, hype game theory, hyper game theory. One more. Oh, it's so cute. Look at my big taily bones. So I was watching videos from my new favorite mentor who has brought a brand new light into this whole experience, because seeing other people who are like-minded like me have the same going through the same thing lets me know that this is a spiritual warfare. Right now we need to, I don't know what the fuck we need to do right now. I need to not pay attention to these people. So here, let's start. We're gonna start with my good time. Like this proof. Only proof this is proof that I smoke weed. And I think one of the reasons people put me into this game is because they thought that my use of weed was gonna make me an easy person to get rid of. And there's a couple things about me, like people, my birthday is shared with Hitler. So I don't know if that's another reason why I was chosen. I'm just going to go for like theories and things. I'm an asshole when people, so this has been going on like my whole life that I can remember. But the people, as far as the specific people involved in it, 20 years. And I've come to that conclusion after realizing all of the relationships and hard times I've had. It's kind of been the same thing, and then they've kind of, as an adult now, started to play in my face about it. It's okay though, because I'm away from all of those people who hurt me, and I'm doing fine. Let's get into what I found. There's this thing, I'm going to read about it. It's called, I found it on Reddit after searching hyper game theory. Reading this from Reddit. Okay. For real targeted individuals, hypergame theory to discredit targeted individuals. Copied. Hypergame theory is a deadly game of eugenics based on the mathematical model known as the non-cooperative gaming theorem, using two things, deception and manipulation. Hypergame theory is just a moniker to describe that model. By deadly, I mean that they need to walk you to your death. Physical death, social death, and psychological death. If what I've described in my channel is not all of those, I don't know what is. They spelled that wrong, they are only two ways to defeat the hypergame theory. Refuse to play the game to begin with, ignore them, which is very hard for me to do because they've realized that I'm very easy to provoke into a reaction, which is why they have so much fun playing with me. 2, place the opposing party in a position where they can no longer better their own position against you. Nash equilibrium. And I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm doing my best to make sure that I remove all of their rewards. And what I mean by that is, I guess in my experience with this, I have tried to figure out what it is that allows them to get paid. And the reason I'm going to stop here, because I want to talk about this as I read through it. So the things that I think that I've realized that help them get paid are the use of Wi-Fi. So if I don't connect my Apple devices to my home network, they're not going to be able to do something. I don't know still. Like, as tech savvy as I am, I have no fucking clue. Everything I do is a guess. Everything up to this point has been a fucking guess. So one of the things that I did a few months ago, probably now it's like 2 months ago, was I reset my iPad, which supposedly resets your IP address, and then there's ways of doing it. So I put my device into airplane mode. Make sure that Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are turned off before I put it into airplane mode, so that when it restarts, sometimes it will kick Wi-Fi back on. But in theory, putting it into airplane mode when you do the reset gives you like just a couple more seconds before they are able to discover your IP address again. So it's kind of tricky. I try to go to places where I feel like there's few people around me as possible, or within like a Wi-Fi detection range or whatever. These are all theories, and I don't know how much they work, but I feel them squeaming, so I think that there is some truth to it. One of the reasons we stopped doing, what was it? It was like daily harassment and encounters, and mostly just monitoring with like the noises and stuff outside. So I noticed when I would leave my apartment, there's always certain people and there's certain places. And then back then when I was researching, that's when I found something that said that they get paid by logging your Wi-Fi router. Like, they get a picture of you and then I guess a screenshot of your router or whatever your Wi-Fi name is, and then they submit that to get their credit. So I stopped using Wi-Fi at my house, and I don't know if that helps anything. It's whatever. Another thing about the way that they tell you to treat the internet services and Bluetooth services on your phone is they try to make you think that they're using those things. They are, to follow you. So if you put your phone and your iPad and your watch and all of your devices into airplane mode, what that allows them to do is rob you at that point, and your stuff is untraceable. Also, by putting your devices into airplane mode, if you have notifications for like alarm systems at your house, you're not going to get them. So it's really, they put you into a bind. If you're a person, like I have a smart home, but my smart home was created to eliminate the gang stalkers. I don't give a shit about any of this. Like, one of my most favorite features about my smart home, I'll show you right now, and I just had to fix it this morning because I don't know what happened, but it should start working, and it didn't do it properly. So I don't know if that means they're still messing with it, but I got this little thing set up. So right now my lights are all supposed to turn off and everything's supposed to start strobing, and only one of them did it. But I tested it before I did this video, so it's so strange. Here, let's try again. Kitchen lights are going. Got these ones. Yeah, whatever. We'll try. So that worked. Now let's see. I guess sometimes the camera has to turn around too to get to the right sensors. There we go. We're about to have lights. There we go, bitch. So this is what I did to my house to annoy them, because they think they can control me. This is my year-round Christmas lighting. It gets worse than this, right? This is the only thing that I have as far as like a retaliation, because it's silent. They can't say anything about it. It's in my house. It's like I'm watching TV. There's just a TV going off. So, and supposedly, here's another thing. Supposedly, they get credit for like reporting when your lights go on and off. Well, if you have a smart home, you can make your lights go on and off all day at any time you want to make them go on or off. So, smart home, while it may make you vulnerable in some positions, it may be your best friend if you want to battle these guys, because that shit's annoying as fuck. I cannot imagine. But what it does is make me more annoying, and it allows them to recruit more people to play this game against me. Whatever. At this point, I don't care. So Nash equilibrium. Here's where we're at. Nash equilibrium. When you start doing reverse psychology against them, one of the things, so they like to put you in situations and show you things to look at the reaction or expression on your face. When you do the same thing back to them, they don't fucking like it. And what I mean is, I am an adult fan of Lego. So Nash Equilibrium, as far as adult fan of Lego is, I take this little board right here. I have this right here. I haven't used this one yet, but this is a tic-tac-toe game. And look at who the players are. It's called Tic-Tac-Toe Redheads versus Inmates. And they got their guard playing as the 5th player. And then that's me, little Lego from the Pharrell Outer Space set. But I made her a little special scepter wand that got a horn on the end. That's my bullhorn. I'm fucking... The universe made me make this. I am now... They put me in a position of a leader. I don't know who the fuck I'm leading. I'm leading these criminals to a better life, or I'm leading them to jail. I don't know what the fuck. But getting this out when they want to play all their fucking mental games with you, something like this, you're going to see all the micro expressions. You're going to see exactly who's playing the game and who you can defeat using that type of stuff. There are other players that they have that are going to laugh at that, like the most sick ones. They're going to laugh at that and then continue to very blatantly do whatever it is that they were told to do. Leave those people alone. Those are the sickest people. Okay, so continuing the letter. Since you are dealing with a conscious supercomputer programmed with hypergame theory algorithms, and because the CIA, DIA teams have far more resources, time, money, manpower, etc., than you do, there is really no possibility to use Nash equilibrium, meaning you cannot, for the most part, place the government in a position where it can no longer better its position against you. Well, not the government, but at least the people on the bus that I'm playing with. They cannot get to me. The government has control over every place that I work at, everybody else, every business that I have to use in order to continue living daily. The government has people in there doing these weird fucking things. Okay? So the only way for targeted individuals to defeat the hypergame theory tactics they use against you daily is to refuse to play the game to begin with. Ignore them. Don't respond at all, either positively or negatively. Totally ignore them. Do not exhibit any response. All caps. In order for trauma-based mind control to work, they must force you to continue... Mind control? In order for trauma-based mind control to work, they must force you to continually to respond to their street theater, which is exactly what it is. It's like, we're in Hollywood. Come on now. That's probably why it's so bad here. Situational scenarios and conversational scenarios. So situational, these things are both inadmissible in the court of law because they put you in scenarios where you are forced to act, and it's like entrapment. You're literally trapped, prisoner, whatever. They have people on like each end that will force you to make moves as they are dictating them. And then the scenarios, like the conversational scenarios, you cannot avoid them. The only thing you can do, and then it makes you look like an asshole, right? Somebody comes up to talk to you, you're in public. Be okay with being an asshole. It's the only way. Meaning they must constantly employ specific tailored scripts set against you. Stop, pause. Let's talk about scripts. When this was happening while I worked at Louis Brisbois, the employees there would all leave the floor at the same time, and I've documented this in my notebooks over and over again, dated notebooks, on videos, whatever. And I've always known, it seems very much like all of these people are leaving the room, going to a central location, and getting handed scripts, which they then come and use against me. And I don't know who's making these scripts. And while I was working there, I had thought it was one of the attorneys. But now, after finding this, I'm just realizing that this is the employees gathering to play this game. It may not have anything to do with the company, but higher ups at the company definitely knew about it, and some participated. They definitely didn't do anything to stop it. Right? And then every job that I've had since then has been nothing but them adding to making me look like I'm a mental case. But here I am, and I'm telling you exactly what they're doing. So, meaning they must constantly employ specific tailored scripts set against you, such as a group of people taking pictures of each other, arguing with each other, etc. These abnormal and aberrational scenarios are crucial to force you into a set of responses to determine coherent patterns of thought. Okay, let's talk. I'm going to read that one again. So those scenarios are designed to force you into a set of responses to determine coherent patterns of thought. Pause right there. Those are the games that they play, like, right now they're doing the key wording that makes it so that they're judging to see if I respond by not using the word no or continuing to use it. And this is like a marker that lets them know how they're going to proceed. One of the things that they also do, they tell me, everybody's moving out on Monday. All the gangstalkers are moving out on Monday. That's to see if I'm still playing the game with them. All of the V2K, if I'm responding to that, they know I'm still here playing the game with them. I know the difference between these guys and if it were to be a psychological condition. I don't know how I can explain it. If it were to be a psychological condition, I don't have one. I don't know how to say it. This is very much people that I've met in real life, with access to things that are designed to make me look crazy. And that's all I can say about it. That's all I can say about it. What is it? These abnormal, aberrational scenarios are crucial to force you into a set of responses to determine coherent patterns of thought. Do not try and constantly adjust and counter the chaos they engineer. Oh my gosh, that's all it is. I love chaos though, so that's why I'm like, the chaos that they engineer, just ignore them. Get up from your desk and walk away from the computer, office, etc., and come back later, much later, after the conversation or situation, chaos, trauma, etc. they just used against you has been pushed out of your short-term active memory. This is the mind control. Do and think something else immediately to push the chaos and trauma from your active memory and thought process. So when I say this, they are designing it, repetitive things. They want to see if they can push you into a response that makes you violent because they want chaos. Once you become violent, it's over. You're eliminated. You're fucked. So all of these little conversations, plantings, the fact that they have accessed every part of your personal life to pull out information that they can then use against you to then provoke you into a response, that's the fucking game. So if you are a targeted individual, the reason they're watching everything that you do is so they have bait and material to use against you to play this game. Don't be afraid to go and do things. Just know that when you see them, the reason they are there is because they think that you're still playing the game with them. And if you are still responding, you may be playing the game with them. My response is joy, just complete joy. And if they're trying to steal my joy, that's not what they want. So they're going to keep trying to reverse that and pin me into their corner. I don't want to let them see me come across as upset or mad, because then they win. Then they will have dulled my bright light. So it's very hard for me to not play their game if my response is joy. Like, it's very hard. That's why spiritual people did it. And then let's get to spiritual people's light energy, those type of people. That's the reason they're targeted, because they're going to always respond with light energy instead of just leaving that shit alone. So this may be the best thing that I have found. Just leave it alone. That does change me though as a person, and I don't want to be changed. Fuck them. I'll be the happiest person ever till I die, no matter who's harassing me or not. This is going to be very impossible for them. Do not try and constantly adjust and counter the chaos they engineer. Just ignore them. Blah, blah, blah. Chaos they just use against you. Short-term memory. Do and think something else immediately to push the chaos and trauma. I do. My brain is a million miles a minute. I'm thinking about all kinds of things. I don't know. I create a lot. It's very hard. I think they have lists of people that are very hard and they should not. harass, and that includes like fashion designers, people who think outside the box. Fashion designers can make any article of clothing that they need to get what they need done. So it's very hard. And then the gangstalkers can't recreate those outfits and try to do the synchronized bullshit, right? Right now, I just noticed yesterday, a woman at work who does the same thing. Like, I have a bucket bag purse because I don't leave my shit at my desk anymore after I had a drink spit in at work. I take everything with me everywhere I go. So this lady I just noticed, she's a temp in the accounting department. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but it's now I'm realizing that her bucket bag purse, I don't know if that's like her and her whole life. It hasn't been me my whole life. It's just at this place because that's just the bag that I need to keep all my shit with me. But she seems to have made it a part of her identity. I just noticed, like, yesterday she had a brown tan bucket bag. I think it's like a Coach. It's a nice bag. I think it's one of like the Coach heirloom bags or whatever you call it, heritage bags. She had a brown one, and then just yesterday I noticed she had a black one. So that's her favorite purse. Something, or they told her to do the synchronized bullshit. She's very stylish, almost scripted. So back to this. Think something else, blah blah blah. That's what I do. Push cash from your active memory and thought process. The hypergame theory model of deception and manipulation employed against mind control victims is endless because there is always a higher optimum to choose from. So because there is always a higher optimum to choose from, there is always a next move to be made by the CIA, DIA, hive mind teams. Surveillance teams, organized stalkers, etc., and specifically the conscious RNM supercomputer system of remote neural networks that is being directed energy torture on that model. So I'll read that again because that was a lot. Mouthful. We'll start back. The hypergame theory model of deception and manipulation employed against mind control victims is endless because there is always a higher optimum to choose from. So because there is always a higher optimum to choose from, there is always a next move to be made by the CIA, DIA, hive mind teams, surveillance teams, organized stalkers, etc., and specifically the conscious RNM, remote neural networks that is basing, that's where I got that wrong, that is basing directed energy torture on that model. Start torture, stop torture, start, stop, etc. The process is endless. Hence, the game never ends because the system must constantly provoke you into sensory and neural responses to engineer patterns of multiple synaptic responses. Okay, stop there. I don't know if I'm a psychic, but before I read this, and that's another thing I want to do, this video is before I do, this is my first time reading through this letter. This is before I do additional research because I'm still looking for examples I'm trying to fucking get these people arrested and put in jail for the rest of their lives. Because this is domestic terrorism. So as I'm working, and I don't know how much I should be sharing this because I know there's a million of them out there and they're all gonna come out and attack me. They already have. This is unacceptable. So I wanted to post a video before reading this and after, because I think as I'm reading this helps me disprove mental illness, because I can think of 100% of the examples as I'm reading through this. It also helps me give you a view of me at zero knowledge, right? So once I gain more knowledge about this and I'm able to relate it back to the shit that I've been going through, the stuff that I've witnessed other people going through, once we connect all that, we can start making progress towards getting rid of this. I don't know. I haven't really sought many other targeted individuals. I've just found them as I've come across them online, and people who I believe versus people who I don't believe. There are a lot of fake people out there. I don't know how you could fake this. the amount of emotion that goes into this, you would have to be the best actor in the world to fake this. So it's very easy for targeted individuals to spot other non-targeted actors. And then those people do a disservice to us because they're supposed to. They are actually gang stalkers posing as targeted individuals who then change the narrative of the shit so that it protects them. And the more people they get doing that, the harder it is for real targeted individuals to get help. There's no help. Fucking the police are involved. Los Angeles LAPD, I've talked to them, involved. I'm thankful that when my storage unit got broken into, there was a cop who didn't play the game or was told to actually pay out, do the police report and pay out on that shit, and I was able to get my money back, right? That was the easiest way of selling my shit. So I don't know. Those are the things that I can't understand. If this supercomputer is so smart, how come all the shit that you designed to destroy me is making my life better? It's not. I shouldn't be frustrated. I'm frustrated with having to go through this every day. But in the end, like, bitch, did I really need that? No. And they paid me for it. So I'm not a money-hungry person. My possessions are my memory. What they're doing, they're stealing my memories. But they can't steal my memories. And that's what this mind control game is. Back to the letter. The process is endless. Hence, the game never ends because the system must constantly provoke you into sensory neural responses to engineer patterns of multiple synaptic responses. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Before reading this, I had started talking about synapses. Like, my brain is inside of itself fixing itself. Because how far out am I from those science classes that I took in middle school and high school that I am actually remembering, like, drawings that we had to color in? They're forcing me to go deep. And is it because that's what the mind control is? They're erasing my deep memories. I remember them clearly, still do. I knew this had something to do with synapses. So when I read about synaptic, my shit functions well. Where was I? Sensory response, synaptic responses. One response is not enough. They need multiple responses of the same behavior, etc., to determine coherent. And that's something you're not going to get from me. I'm unpredictable. I'm going to change the way I do something every time, because if the first time doesn't work, why do you keep doing it that way? They need multiple responses of the same behavior. You're not going to get that from me to determine coherent patterns of thought. No coherent pattern of thought. No, I'm fucking wild. Verification. You don't get your verification from me, bitch. Only then can those synaptic responses be integrated back into R&M data as the conscious supercomputer continues to build a cognitive model of your will. Motherfucker, if I have ever said anything, where there's a will, there's a way, and I am motherfucking will. So get that in your head, supercomputer bitch. I'm gonna make you implode. Intellect and emotion for training, research, and development. As such, the hypergame process is endless and can be triggered at will by the attackers, and many times you will only notice the remote neural attacks are happening. If you learn to read active memory, right? Oh, do I understand that? Attackers, and many times you will only notice the remote neural attacks are happening if you learn to read active memory. So I guess I've learned to read active memory because I can sense this every time it happens. In order for the hypergame theory to work, meaning for the CIA, DIA, hive mind teams to make a next move, they must force the mind control victim to move or respond first. The objective being to force the victim into an endless series of synaptic responses each day, meaning to place the victim into and keep the victim inside. This is your prison without walls right here, right? How can I see this before even reading it? Because it's the only thing that makes sense. The CIA, DIA, hive mind teams to make the next move. They must force the mind control victim to move or respond first. The objective being to force the victim into an endless series of synaptic responses each day, meaning to place the victim into and keep the victim inside a psychotronic concentration camp, which is sort of a combination of the two movies, The Exorcist and The Truman Show. I don't remember seeing either of those. The Exorcist, maybe. Truman Show, not so much. I think more so Groundhog's Day, because, bitch, we do this every fucking day. Get away from me. This is why the victim is surrounded and boxed in constantly. And I can name all those people who surround and box me in. For as soon as the victim is chosen for this technology, all available apartments, homes, hotel rooms, etc. next to and around the victim are sublet, and the CIA, DIA, trauma-based mind control hive mind teams, surveillance teams, organized stalkers, etc. move in, and once training, research, and development ends, move in and training, research, and development begins, culminating in the cold-blooded murder. Motherfucker, I told you this is murder. How am I going to read this, post it to Instagram, and you guys keep doing this? That's something fucked up in our world. Cold-blooded murder or incapacitation of the victim, torture, and trauma victim once training, research, and development ends. Dead men don't talk. Bitch, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They want me to shut up. I'll talk all the way till I'm dead, and I don't mind either one of those. What I mean is they trigger or engineer chaos, torture, and trauma in the victim's daily life and the daily activities, and then wait for the victim to respond to that fabricated torture, trauma, and chaos. An endless series of counter moves throughout the day, just trying to function and survive inside a psychotronic concentration camp because of the physical and psychological trauma and torture. Each counter move is an evoked potential which can be remotely measured and integrated into R&M data. When I was at Lewis Bishop, that's the end of that, and I don't want to get into the comments yet. We'll get into those maybe some other time because this whole thing is designed to waste my time. But here I am reading back to you again from your own handbook. If you are a stalker watching this, you should probably hang up your coat, get out the program, leave me alone. It's endless though. But there's a way to get these people out, or maybe they just can't play anymore. And that's when I post their pictures and their names on the internet. So that's why they keep trying to get me to look like a stalker. I have so many private videos saved to my YouTube that I am ready to uncover now with this evidence, right? But I need a lawyer. So if you're a lawyer out there that represents people like me, I got the case of a fucking lifetime, right? I don't know what your valuation is on it, and I don't even do shit for money. I'm just thinking about the rest of my life. I don't even need to get fully compensated because you cannot fully compensate me for the shit that you've done to me. But as far as if you want to do like a bargaining, collective bargaining or whatever, what I need in order to stop talking about this, right? But I don't want to stop talking about this because now you made me into an activist where until you kill me, I'm going to go and help every single person I find that's part of this. So what I need for, at least for me to stop posting videos about your fuckers that live around me that I fucking gotta see every day, I need enough to not have to go back into the offices and stuff. And if you don't want to give me that, I'm gonna get it myself with Forex. So you're fucked. You gotta control Forex. You're gonna fuck up everything for everyone in the whole entire world trying to control me. That's crazy. That's absolutely fucking crazy. You guys are psychopaths. And the reason I say that, you guys think that I am because I'm standing my ground. You think that people are weak. You are projecting. Your supercomputer is projecting data input from the people, right? Like, there has to be correlations between who is collecting the information, the quality of the information. The supercomputer is not getting that shit straight from me, is it? It is? It's my the brainwave machine? That's what those neural links are? Your supercomputer is shit. Anybody reporting information back into the supercomputer, the reason that you're getting what you're getting is because you're projecting. You're putting false information in, and you got your whole shit busted because you fucked with the genius. So, enough making my head big. I had to wear my fucking button-up shirt so you know I'm not a fucking bum. I gotta let you guys know this shit. You know how much fun I have? Let me see here. I'm gonna show you something really quick. Right? You guys want to play games, and I save these things up for so fucking long. So when I get to see you guys, do you know how much fun I have showing you this shit? Because this is basically where we're at now. This is CIA, DIA bullshit. And what you want to do, mind game fucking trauma shit. When I see you guys, I'm going to show you some fun motherfucking shit that gives me what I need from you. When I start showing you stickers that look like this. Oh, this is just for me. I just like this one. But I'm going to get 2 birds with 1 motherfucking stone, if you know what I'm saying. And we'll get back to how much I think I need to make this shit, at least in my life, just be over. Right? That's another one for me. I love that. This is me. So. Oh, sad every fucking day. No, bitch. I got all the fucking clues I need. I show these to you because you guys watch me so hard, so I just take these out sometimes. And it makes you guys trip the fuck out. You guys are so mad about it. You guys are so mad about it. Right? Because that's just me out. I'm having a good time. And what? Oh, this is my favorite one because you guys keep thinking you're going to set me up for some fucking crime. My mom used to hit me. Not like hit, but it was fucking... They call it discipline, I think. Back in the day, it was called discipline. It makes you not do stupid shit. So, if you're out there doing stupid shit, you don't got this. You want a sticker? You want a fucking sticker? This one. Right? You got my brain on fucking overload. But not really, because I'm going to solve this shit. These, when I show you these, you guys are walking around trying to pick up these as souvenirs. I'll leave them for you. This one. All of these. When I take these out and you guys get your little glimpse of the shit I fucking got for you, you guys lose your shit. You guys lose your shit because I already know. I know what this is. This like my Pinterest. This is what you see me looking at Pinterest for. This is what you see me looking at. It's not a fucking concentration camp. This is life. Apparently, it's going to be life for everybody eventually, but they're just trying it with certain people. They're trying it with the strongest ones first. And I hate to be like, I'm a strong ass bitch. I am, obviously, fucker. If you thought you could fucking do this shit to me, you thought you could do this shit to me and it was going to be easy. How long have we been doing this? How much longer are we going to go? This one, I don't know if that's unfair. I don't like to call men fragile masculines, but sometimes maybe that's what I feel this is like. This for everybody who agreed to do this shit to me. Because you're not thinking, you're like, supercomputer money must be good. Do you know your jobs are going to get replaced by AI eventually because you didn't know how to think for yourself and you accepted a job that a computer could do? You got to figure out another way. Everybody does. That's really what we got to do. That's really what we got to do. You guys don't get me. You don't get me. Life is short. Choose to be fucking happy. Even if you got gangstalkers all around you. You know where I'm at? I am literally on Route 66, and this is what I'm doing. I'm a cat. I'm just a cat playing a guitar, bitch. These bigger ones, some bigger flyers I'm going to post up somewhere so you guys can get angry about something. No, there's no trapping me in a concentration camp. Back when I was younger, my mom's Japanese, right? So back when I was younger, I used to have this one nightmare that there was people out there and they were going to take her back to a concentration camp. And I said, no, take me instead. And I guess they did. It's okay though. I didn't lose my mind. I found my mind and I'm about to fuck yours up. Never giving up. Do you see this sign in the back? I'll have a new one every day. We do not fucking care, bitch. It's not a thing I care about. Right? A thing, there's a thing. But if I tell you my things that I care about, if I tell you, I'm about to show you a picture they're really going to hate me for. They're probably going to go break some of my shit again. Look, these are the people in Hollywood that's following my ass around. I don't know how many are real agents, but these is just the people out there they trying to make me look like a stalker about. I made a little yearbook collage of them. This is literally, I think there might be one person on here who may not be one of them, but really, this is them. So does that mean they all get fired if I show their face? Or you guys just attack me harder? Most of these ones I have seen around the Target on La Brea and Santa Monica. The Target on La Brea and Santa Monica, central hub for gang stalking. I ride the number 4 bus quite often. So if you want to come and stalk me, obviously, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you know where I am, what I'm doing. It's been going on for so motherfucking long. Right? It don't matter at this point. And then they can make it look like anything. I have reason to believe that the crime numbers that the news reports and all that shit that's going on, it's part of their network. This is the government keeping citizens on a leash. It keeps people inside when they tell you about crime. Right? This one, I love this one. It's not my fucking brain. It's the motherfucking government. Going through hell, keep going, bitch. I will. I'm not going through hell, though. Your perspective, this computer what does the computer say about perspective? Because you can do all these attacks, but if you have no perspective, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know what I see. Do you? Right? I'll post this shit up everywhere. This AI created sticker I made. Look at how good AI does. AI can do anything. I don't have to be an artist. I just got to tell the computer what I want. This is my philosophy forever. Bitch, if the computer wants to know how I think, it's either going to go well or I'm going to fuck that shit up myself, not you guys. Right? And I don't know if that's what makes me such a great fucking candidate for this, because they're like, well, she's gonna be the one to fuck it up, so just push her enough, close enough to the edge, and let her take herself out. And I'm not. The milk your dad went to get, because that's everybody who's playing this game. You guys are fucking parentless children or some shit. Somebody in your life fucked you up and abandoned you, did something fucked up, made you think this shit was okay. This. I'm gonna feed everybody. I will feed everybody so that they figure out that they don't gotta do this shit. There's a whole lot more good out there in this world that you can accomplish by opening your mind instead of falling in line and becoming a sucker, sellout, bitch ass. I like cats. Right? They keep trying to use this fucking bike that they broke into my car and they didn't even steal it. They broke into my car while I was working at Louis Brisbois, while I had the bike in the back seat of my car, and they left that shit. And I think any downtown LA criminal would have been like, I don't care if this bitch sees me walking out. I'm going to tell her what bike. But because they needed something to keep playing this game, and they think that's something that I highly value, they kept it in my car so that they could keep fucking playing your little mental fucking concentration camp. Bitch, nothing is promised to anybody. Everything can be taken away from you in a second. Knowing that allows me to live freely. Stay weird. This guy followed me off the bus on some super creepy shit. Right? This one of the most creepiest ones I ever seen. But, so again, they are hired agents for the government. But at the same time, in similar experiments that the government has done, I love this one. People in the past have done the shock this person, no matter what they say and how bad they're screaming. This is another AI created sticker. AI. Shock this person no matter how hard they're screaming. They deserve it. And just keep doing it. And as long as that doctor or whoever was telling the person to do it and that it was okay, that person did it until they killed the person. And that's what you guys are. And I brought that up before. I'm going to keep saying it again. That is what you guys are. You guys are those people who will, you won't stop. You don't care about killing people as long as you're receiving a benefit. As long as you think it's for the greater good of the community. You won't stop. You don't realize what it's actually doing to the community. And I think I've explained that. Right? You don't care. These are all controlled situations. This is what helped me get through life after fucking around with my sister. Driving in the car with her is one of the scariest things ever because that bitch needs glasses and she doesn't wear them. And every time you get out the car, that's what you gotta ask yourself. But did you die? No, bitch. But every fucking minute of that ride was scary as fuck. That's her life, though. Right? Somebody in denial, they don't want to lose their looks, so they won't wear glasses. That's crazy. Oh, tell me that they are not part of the hyper game theory. You know who that is? Jeff Randon and, what's his name? John Barber, Jeff Randon. They got put into this. Those are attorneys. Right? High people fall, too. They had a hell of a time. Shouldn't have sent those emails. They got your ass. It's the same thing, though. I think it is the same thing. I remember at work when one of the Ann Gilner, I think her name was, she had a tour of people come through the office and say, this is where the investigation is, while she stared at my desk and pointed them in my direction. This is where the investigation is. What fucking investigation, Ann? What are you investigating? This me. I'm a fucking T-Rex with a big ass heart. Roar! And then what? This video is way too long. A fucking hour-long video. I think I showed you enough of my stickers, but we're having fun every day, all the days, and you guys can't take it. That's why you guys keep doing this shit. It's funny. I don't know where this goes from here, but I'm gonna do more research on that letter because it did me wonders. Have a great day. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna start recording a whole lot more because I think you guys follow me around way more than I even fucking know. I know you follow me around all the time, but now I'm starting to think more of you guys are you guys. So we're gonna have way more posts. I'm gonna start getting into video edit. I don't want to waste time doing this, but I actually see a benefit. I see a benefit for other people out there who don't know what the fuck is going on. Start there. Look up hyper game theory. If you are targeted, look up hyper game theory, and then you're gonna put all that shit together. All right. Have a great day, everybody.